Well, time now for our Entre Nous segment, and today we're discussing swimming in the River Seine in Paris. And our very own Solange Mougin has some first-hand experience of this. So you took the plunge, I think, Solange, earlier this week. What was it really like?
Angela, it was absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to do it again. It really felt like a milestone, and you feel that in the atmosphere along the banks as well. There was an enthusiasm and awe, a friendliness among the people there. There I am, many of whom were experiencing this for the first time as well. For me, there was a bit of a giddiness and a bit of a disbelief in that you look around you and you see the Eiffel Tower and the metro going over the Bridge. The city is around you, but you're swimming. You're doing something that normally for Parisians is reserved to pools inside. So there was this element of, oh, this is possible. There can be a future out there where it is normal to swim in the Seine in the summer or even in the winter. Why not, in a wetsuit? The pollution that we have gotten used to, it doesn't have to be that way, or at least that's how I felt. So that's my glorious review, and I am not alone in having loved it.
Swimming with view to the Eiffel Tower and in pure natural water, clean, safe, and with all these lovely people too. You have every age here, which is lovely too.
I lost a bet with my boss at my job, and so I have to say that it was much nicer and cleaner than I thought it would be. So the bet worked out for the better.
Personally, I went to the Grenelle bathing area in the 15th. I checked on the Paris en Seine website beforehand, and this is actually quite important because 2 of the 3 sites were closed when I went, which could have been for a number of reasons, like barge transportation schedules and not necessarily because of bacteria in the water. The green and red flags change quite frequently, and the hours are a bit complex, so it is best to check online beforehand. It was a hot day, so there was a long line of Parisians and tourists. It was a mixed group of all milieus and ages as well, but kids were not allowed when I went. I waited in line for an hour, so that was a bit of the downside. Now, people have asked me as well if the water was cold, and honestly, it was no colder than a swimming pool. The day I went, it was 23 degrees Celsius, so it was easy to stay in the water, and the water is actually a lot clearer than I expected it to be. And when you stick your hand out underneath it, you can see your fingers, same with your toes. There were even these tiny little fish at the dock's edge when I stepped in. There are actually nearly 40 species of fish in the Seine in the Paris area now, compared to just 14 in the 1990s. Researchers have even found a rare mussel species, so the biodiversity efforts, well, they are showing. I was curious if I'd get that sort of slimy, fresh water feeling on my skin afterwards, and not at all. There are also showers to rinse off and cubbies to store your stuff in. You do not have to wear a bathing cap or, for men, a weenie bikini like in Paris swimming pools. But there are a number of rules, like no bags on the deck, you have to wear a buoy, and that actually was rather reassuring because the current is strong. It's strong enough to swim leisurely and actually not move forward. So it can be a good workout, even if most of the swimmers, including myself, well, they were taking in the gloriousness of it all.
And the Paris Mayor's office say that it's been a huge success on all 3 sites, so much so that they now intend to extend it.
Yeah, we're getting an extra 2 weeks of swimming after over 100 years of being banned. Swimming in Paris was made illegal actually in 1923. This was one of the Olympic Games' promises made by the Paris City Hall, and it's pretty safe to say it will be one of the major legacies of the Games. Cleaning up the Seine and especially ensuring that so much overflow sewage stopped draining into the river. It cost over €1 billion. And an underground cathedral-like cistern was actually built at Austerlitz and is now used to stop that overflow runoff of sewage. So the project was really one of determined political will. And so the Paris Mayor's office is thrilled. They say this was a major success.
Everyone said it wouldn't work, that it would be terrible, that we would experience something absolutely appalling, and that it was foolish to do it. But in the end, it was a huge success, and today everyone is congratulating us, so we're very happy about that. I think this is a historic first year after 100 years of swimming bans, and perhaps urban swimming will continue to develop in Paris and its region.
Now, the mayor of Paris, Anne Hidalgo, has announced on Blue Sky that nearly 100,000 swimmers have already taken the plunge. It's been such a hit that they're extending the swimming, as we mentioned. They're extending the swimming season, which was meant to end on August 31st and will now go until the 7th of September at the Grenelle site where I swam, and a bit further downriver at Bercy until the 14th of September, with potentially a final hurrah on the weekend of September 21st, which would bring the total of prolonging this to the cost of 330,000 euros, because even if it is free for us, it is not free for the city. There are lifeguards to pay and things like that.
And, they're not going to extend all 3 sites, you were telling me. Is that to do with problems with bacteria pollution?
No, the bacteria in the water is, or not necessarily. The bacteria in the water is checked daily, and the sites that did close, for example, for 13 days in July because of the heavy rains and dirty runoff. So that's quite a bit of closures, 13 days in a month. But the decision not to prolong the Bras-Marie site has more to do with boat traffic. The Seine remains a water highway. So some of that boat traffic, namely grain cargoes, for example, they had to be rescheduled or diverted for people to be able to swim. As for next year, the site near the town hall in the Fort, the Bras-Marie one, is likely not to be a swimming spot again because of this. Instead, the city is looking at a number of other areas, and even some 30 cities in the greater Paris region, they have applied to be able to open up areas for river swimming as well. And this sort of awakening of sorts is also going abroad. In mid-August, there were even rallies in Berlin for the city to open up the Spree River to city swimming. As for Paris, I hope and I think it is pretty safe to say that the Seine River swimming is here to stay.
Thanks very much, Solange. I really hope it is. I might give it a try myself.
Oh, you should. It's wonderful.